Mainland receives the opening kick and will start first and 10, 130. Mateo dropped out on the tackle. After the stop's complete, Mainland first down.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Orange! Block that ball!
Andrew Lawson into the point after. Ezekiel Smith on the reception, steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Ireland takes over first and 10. Catcher Roberts with the recovery. First and 10 a.m. Stop after a short gain, second down. Jacoby Torres on the tackle there. And Ross in the attempt. Go defense!
I don't know why they whistled. It was there standing.
Yeah, that last game, I almost a couple times.
Let's go, DA! Let's go!
I know. It's hard to have a problem.
Let's go, O-line! Make a hole! Let's go, Islanders! Bring that ball down the field! Let's go, Blue! Come on, Orange!
Let's
Let's go,
Orange!
Do we have the audio set right?
Number 46, sorry, is on the reception. Mainland takes over, first and 10.
Yes, there is. Let's go, VI! Defense! Defense!
That's an operating on first down. Second down.
Which channel are they plugged into?
They're plugged into 2.
Got the edge and then blasted his way in 45 yards. See if the Mainland team can continue to do some damage here with Hamilton under center. He's got 2 to his left and right. Decides to go run this time up the middle, just a couple of yards there. Going to bring up third down.
Yeah. And in case you were wondering, was that an offensive lineman I just saw running the ball? No, that's Rowan Hamilton.
Yes.
That is the quarterback from the North Surrey organization, wearing number 267 today.
And if you were with us during the provincial championships, said his name quite a bit, of course. But yeah, bigger quarterback, but very mobile for his size.
And has a good arm, put some good touch on the deep balls.
They go to punt it away now, and it's a decent punt, fielded right around the 10-yard line, and just going to take that one and cut their losses.
Yeah, that was Antoine Maua on the punt. Tried to pin it deep. He had a short field to work with, tried to pin it deep there, and did a pretty decent job. I'm just going to start with this at about their own 13-yard line here. A bit of an anomaly today because we're playing on an American field. You can see the uprights are further back than they normally would. So watching it, I mean, obviously the weather conditions are also a factor. Watching it, you may have wondered if that might not have been in field goal range. Well, you need to add another 10 yards onto the field goal because of the uprights being at the back. So I think that's probably why Mainland decided to punt there.
You can see the weather moving still here. A lot of snow still falling up here at Terry Fox Field as Hernansky now hands off the ball up the middle. Nothing doing there. A wall of blue takes him down.
That was
Matthew Erickson with the carry there.
Yeah, number 331, Matthew Erickson.
And again, hard to see the number, so bear with us for those hoping to hear their favorite player's number called. We'll try to get that for you. And with a wall of blue like that on defense, let's just say a whole bunch of people got in on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this has been the story early on here for the Island team is they have not been able to get anything going on the offensive side yet today. The one turnover, obviously, but also 2 and out on their first offensive possession after that as well.
Hornyansky fakes the handoff and decides to go left, keeps it himself, but nothing doing there as well. That's going to bring up third down and long. They're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, it looks like a loss of a couple yards there even. Looked like they were setting up a potential option play there as the running back was falling behind Hornyansky, but he did not seem at all interested in pitching that ball.
No.
It looked like he was taking it as a straight keeper. So they actually are going to mark that he picked up a yard there, but still well short of the first down. So this will be a punt situation for the Island team with, based on the way the snow is coming down, the wind at their back a little bit here.
And with a run like that, you got to have your lead blockers ahead of you. In these conditions, it's tough to get those guys there.
Yep.
So they'll punt it away here as they're deep into their own zone with the Lower Mainland team up 7-0 right now.
And for those of you watching, you can see the amount of snow on the field. Like,
yeah.
That has only been coming down for the last hour.
Yeah.
It's been coming down pretty good.
It's puke and bra as they punt it away. Going to be fielded. Yeah, a lot of shredding the gnar going to be coming up here as he fields it around the 39 there and still on his feet. Big gang tank tackle there, but got some positive yardage.
Yeah, you had 443s, Xer, on the reception there. Based on the coloring of his uniform, looks like he's from the White Rock Minor Organization.
The Titans.
The home of the Titans.
Beautiful town of White Rock.
Oh, yeah, are you familiar?
I'm familiar. So 1st and 10 now. Start things off around the 35-yard line.
It's actually down at the White Rock Pier just last night. They've got a really nice Christmas light display set up along the waterfront there.
Only the finest in the province live there.
And you.
Thanks, Gord. All right, 1st and 10 now. As Hamilton decides to keep it himself, runs it up the middle, and is he going to get a first down? Maybe not, about 8 yards or so. Good run for the big man.
Yeah, pretty good chunk there. Nice little play design there. That was designed quarterback power all the way, both the running backs. I believe that was Houseman and Gavrila lead blocking for him. And then those are two pretty decent-sized running backs, too, I should point out as well. So nice little power run design there from the Mainland team.
2nd and 3rd. I thought maybe you might have shorted him a couple of yards, but nonetheless, see what Hamilton's got in store. Got the feeling that
Not that white line, that white line.
There it is. I kind of felt that they were going to do this. A bit of a tush push, if you will, as they get the first down.
We got to figure out what the Surrey version of the brotherly shove is.
Yeah, okay. Well, let me marinate on that for a little bit.
You got to think on that for a bit.
Yeah. Not as sharp on my toes as I used to be.
This is awesome. There's a snow clearer on the field behind the offense right now, shoveling out hash marks.
Yeah, just keep working.
Love it.
The snow continues here up at Terry Fox Field, but
the far goal line is currently being shoveled. I love it.
Just hope it doesn't come back here as Hamilton now out of shotgun hands it off as they swing out to the right side. Good tackle. No, he sheds it. Able to cut up. He gets about 8 yards, 7 yards or so. A good pickup there. And
439. It's Houseman.
Houseman with the carry.
Nice second effort there by Houseman as he looked like he was wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. And the lack of the lines on this field are making our perspective challenging. I also thought that was more like an 8-yard pickup, and the spot has it at about 5.5, 6. Second and about 4, a long 4 here.
And Hamilton continues to move along here, so see what the Lower Mainland can do. As that looked to be offside for me, and he throws to that receiver. It's up in the air. Did he catch that?
No, they're going to win.
So 2 defenders there as Hamilton throws into it, but not able to come down with the catch. And that was Will Bromillo. Thanks to the guys in the booth helping us with the numbers and the names as well. So 3rd down now. And they're going to keep it in the hands of the QB as he goes shotgun. And a couple men in motion. And they go handoff. Counter right up the middle. Going to power his way. Can he get those yards? No. Good defense there. Comes up short in the island with a turnover on downs.
Really good job by number 227 there. As we look down our list and try and find that, that's Tristan Aguilera who finishes them off. And they are going to call that the end of the first quarter there, with the Island a big momentum shifting stop for them.
So as they take a break, flip the field, we'll come back. 7-0 for the Lower Mainland right here in the Coastal Showdown between the Lower Mainland and the Island. Stay with us. And back to second quarter action now as the Island team takes over. 1st and 10, they hand it off up the middle, and good positive yardage here. Going to keep going. From my angle, looks like this one's going to be pretty close, Gordo.
Nice feet there.
Yep, they're moving the sticks.
Really good second effort, powering through there. I've yet to see that. I think that was Erickson again.
The Island team definitely needs that right now as they're having a little bit of trouble in the first quarter moving the ball. down 7 Buzz here. There's been just 1 turnover so far in the game. And, of course, in these elements, something to look out for.
Yeah, and I mean, worth noting too, all these players are from areas that don't see a lot of snow, so this is probably a fun novelty for them. But at the same time, you might see some sloppy stuff later on in that these guys aren't used to playing in snow very often.
So Hernansky now hands it off again. They try to go up the middle, but he cuts right side and just going to run into a few defenders there. Might be a yard or 2.
I believe that was Erickson again on the carry. They're really leaning on him early on here. But I think they're going to have to put the ball in the air despite the weather conditions at some point here.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 2nd and, wow, might have been a few more yards than I thought. 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 or so.
Yeah, I'd call that more like 6 or 7.
Yeah. Again, tough to see here for us, but bear with us. Love the snow games, though, Gord. Absolutely love the snow games.
Yeah, I mean, I love playing them too, but I'm also a muck around and hit people up front type. I'm not a throw and catch the ball.
True.
Try to be fast type.
Hornansky now shotgun, and it's a poor snap. He's able to pick it off the turf, runs it up the middle, but runs into a defender there. And that's a big stop as they're going to have to punt it away.
And I will tell you that I bet you the most stressed out guy on the field right now because the weather is the center. Especially in the modern game with pretty much entirely shotgun.
Yeah.
That center is stressing out right now because he knows that if he doesn't get that ball back there cleanly, the entire play is cooked.
Speaking of cooked, the Island going to have to punt this one away. So done for that series. Let's see if the defense can hold down the Mainland team as they kick it away. Fielded right at the 50. And he cuts to the outside. Can he get the edge? He does. I see a house call coming. 20, 10, touchdown for the Mainland team.
Nolan Forster on the return gets the edge and just turns on the afterburners to house call it.
Nolan Forster with the blazing touchdown there. And that's going to be, 50 yards?
Yeah, he caught it basically right at the midfield stripe there.
Forrester putting the Mainland team ahead by 2 scores now. See if they can get the extra point.
Getting the rare left-footed kicker out here for the extra point.
So 13-0 now, 9:22 to go. The snap is good, and it's up, and it is good. So it's going to be 14-0 now for the Mainland team on an impressive punt return there from Forrester. 50 yards to the house.
And not even touched. So that was Antoine Mawa kicking that extra point there. We saw him punt the last time the Mainland team punted, so it appears he's also handling some place-kicking duties here for them.
14-0 now for Mainland. And the Island team, who's had their struggles on offense, also having their struggles stopping the big runs. That's 45-yard run for the first touchdown and a 50-yard punt return for the second one for the Mainland team. So
yeah, it would not surprise me if, because they've had a couple punt issues so far, it would not surprise me if they start to deliberately set up some sort of an onside punt setup. Try and pop one up short and see if their onside guy can go recover it.
As you can see, the snow just continues here. As a good kick, though. Fielded right off his helmet. Oh, the ball comes out, though.
Ran into his own guy.
Oh, my, and look at this. The Mainland team has picked it up, ran into his own player. And, oh, my, the Island team is struggling right now.
Yeah, that was Ezekiel Smith on the return, ran into his own guy. I think that was Rowan Poggi that he ran into there. And ball just popped around.
Try to get the
right out.
Number on who got the pickup there, but pretty tough to see through all those players. And, again, tough to see with those numbers. It's tough with the number down on the front. Got to have that.
Yeah, so Mainland starts 21, 22-yard line here. Nice and tight for them as they knock it on the door right to start.
And it's a different
quarterback in.
Yeah, different quarterback under center there.
Yeah, Evan Hudson, 313, and a quarterback for them.
Evan Hudson's handoff
So Hudson takes over for Rowan Hamilton.
And that was Kai Negamatsu on the carry.
And Negamatsu takes over for Gavrila there, who we've seen a lot of the first couple series for the Mainland team between Hamilton and Gavrila. Of course, Gavrila's got the 45-yard touchdown run early in the game. So here they are, 2nd and 7 now. Hudson, shotgun, got a man to his left. He's looking pass here, and he's got a defender up in his face, just trying to get some positive yards there. Might have got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like they were setting up a bootleg pass there, but Hudson gets flushed pretty much right away. Forced to just take what he can get. Picks up a couple yards here, makes something out of it at least.
Josh DeWitt in there on the hurry.
And here's another situation where the distance of the uprights comes into play. They're still going to try and kick this, it looks like. So they're going to set it up at about the 26-yard line. So add 10, you got about a 36-yard field goal here for Lawson.
As he gets a little snow removal going on. See those bright orange cleats there, trying to give himself a little bit of footing. And yeah, like you said, this is looking at about a 36-yarder. See if he can split the uprights, and he can't. And they bring it out of the end zone. And tackled there, so they're going to be starting this series
right at the 10-yard line.
Right around their 10, yeah. So for the Island, they got to get the offense going, Coach, but at the same time, too, like, look at where they're pinned at right now. They're going to need some positive chunks here.
Well, and this has been the story for them so far today. That's now 2 missed field goals that they've returned.
Yeah.
And this is going to get moved up because by rule, once you get it out of the end zone, you get the ball to at least the 20. So it is going to be started at their own 20, so not quite as long of a field as they would have had otherwise, but still a pretty long field in front of them for an offense that hasn't really had a lot going on so far today, aside from one strong first down run by Erickson.
So Hornansky now still under center. He's got one back behind him. As, again, the snap is low. They hand it off, and they're trying to get that outside again, that outside edge, but just nothing doing there for the Island team. You'd figure that at this point you're going to want to run up the gut as opposed to the sides because not really a lot happening on the edges.
Yeah, they're just trying something different there, and they're trying to get that time they get Roman Poggi involved on the jet sweep. Is a little bit of a different look there. So he lined up in the slot to the left, came around and took the handoff going to his right. Poggi we saw a couple weeks ago in the provincial final game at the midget level from the Comox Raiders was pretty effective in that game and a big factor there. So a guy that I think they would probably like to get going on this Island side today.
So 2nd and 13 now for the Island. And let's see if Hornansky decides to pass here. Or will they play conservative and see if they can maybe get a chunk play up the middle perhaps. And that's what they do, but nothing happening there. No, he's still on his feet. And he's got 3 tacklers on him. Now he's got 4 tacklers on him. Able to get a couple yards, but that's not going to be enough. They're going to have to punt that one away.
Yeah. Yeah, nice job driving the feet there. That was Jaden Robinson getting his first carry of the game. It's powerful running, but that was 2nd and 13. Not a lot of situations where you're going to pick that up on the ground, so I think maybe just trying to get a little bit of a chunk back and give yourself a little more breathing space to punt here.
Gets about 5 yards there, so they'll punt this one away.
Ironically, I'm seeing a different returner back, I guess.
And they kick it, and it's fielded right around the 45 or so. Bobbled, yeah.
I think
he sort of pitched it off there.
Yeah, somebody else ended up with the ball there.
So a little bit of rugby action, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, that was legitimately a fumble, but I think that also went forward and probably should have been pulled dead, but that's okay.
Well, the Island could use a break right now, and they don't get one, so Mainland takes over. And we'll see if they keep Hudson at QB, and it looks like they do.
Field continues to be tilted today. Pretty much the entire game's been spent.
And they hand it off.
Fake handoff.
Oh, look at this,
Follow.
Oh, keeps going. Oh, my. Loses his footing there. as Hudson was looking to get some big yardage there if he could have maintained on his feet, but he couldn't. Good play by the Island.
I appreciate that even in the snow, some of these guys don't want to wear anything more than shorts.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want their knees covered even in the snow.
Are you going to be upset if the offensive linemen are wearing sleeves today? Is that against the rules? Or?
Well, it is, yeah. But
I knew it. I absolutely knew it.
But
so here we go, 2nd and 11 now.
Can't fault Lower Mainland and Vancouver Island boys for not being snow ready.
Oh, he goes. He loses footing again. This time he passes it, swings it out to the left, and this time they're going to get a few more yards. Can they get right around
the short?
Yeah, it's going to be short of the first down, but a good play there.
3-ish yards, 3 or 4 yards short here. Looks like a nice little screen set up there to Houseman. Hudson rolling to his right, thrown back against the grain there. Nice little play design, and Houseman did pick up a couple blocks there, but a good job by the defenders to force him out of bounds.
Never easy to be going one way and throwing the other, especially with a few inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah, it was well delivered. I thought Hudson put that ball right in his guy's hands.
So 3rd and 4 now, and considering where they are, they're just going to go for it. It's shotgun, and he's looking to pass. Hudson now doesn't see it, so he decides, nope, going to run it, but doesn't get fooled.
Ooh, really
Do
good
the
job.
Island. Great job of maintaining with the quarterback there, because looked like he might have been able to get some if he could have got by the defender.
Yeah, really good job there by the defensive lineman. 381.
Aiden Jeffries, yeah, with the
stop.
Good play there by Jeffries.
No, that's really good technique for the defensive lineman there. Once you get stopped on your initial pass rush, you want to get your eyes up in the backfield and make sure you know what's happening there. And as soon as Hudson took off, he thought he saw a seam there, and then Jeffries just detached from his block and wrapped him up pretty much right away. Really nice job by the D tackle there.
Hornyansky in shotgun once again. Got a one man behind him. And they put the man in motion, handoff, and again, the Mainland team just not really getting fooled by those faked handoffs.
Yeah, Island team is having some struggles up front right now. You're seeing a lot of blue shirts in the backfield whenever they're trying to run the ball. They were trying to do a little misdirection there, so the motion was going in one direction. They tried to kind of hand it off on a counter back in the other direction, but you didn't see any orange shirts out in front of the running back. That's not what you're looking for.
As you can see, the gentleman with the shovel is not an eligible receiver.
I mean, that would be a new trick play. Put one of your players out there in a black rain jacket and see if somebody notices.
2nd 11.
Drop the shovel and just start running to go.
Tear off the jacket. In shotgun now. And looking to pass. But he's got, whoa, defender right there. Up the gut. Huge sack there for the Mainland team. And the Island going to have to punt it away once again.
Yeah, big hit from C.J. Augustine there as Hornyansky set back to pass, and you could see him see the defender coming and just go, uh-oh.
They call him C.J. So they punted away at 3rd and 11 from their own 21 here.
Of course, C.J. gets the much-coveted number 420 for today.
Nice. Oh, he bobbles the snap, and he's got the defenders right up in his grill, and this is going to be tough for the Island team to recover from. Oh, my. Things just continue to compound for the Island.
Yeah, this is looking like some of those fields your Wolverines got in last week's Big Ten championship game.
Go. Absolutely. The defense, baby, wins championships.
Yeah, I mean, the comparison stops when you see 45-yard and 55-yard touchdown plays, but
you had to get a dig in, didn't you?
Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
Go Dogs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude, I'm a West Coast loyalist.
Okay, hold on.
UCLA is never going to be in a college football playoff.
I'll get back to that in just a moment. Here, it says 1st and 11 here. So,
dude, back the pack. It's been a thing forever.
Okay,
pay attention. You've been living here for a long time.
He goes to he throws to the right side, up the middle, and this is going to be a touchdown once again. But it looks like we got some laundry on the field. Let's see what that's all about.
I'm going to guess based on the location. The umpire threw that one. I'm going to guess based on the location, probably a blocking infraction. It's right in the middle of the field, but let's see here. Yeah, and that's what they're going to signal. Too many men here, actually.
Too many men charged against the Mainland.
So back to this discussion a little bit.
Go ahead.
Being that I'm a Big Ten guy,
Yep.
being where I grew up,
What?
I would never cheer for the Ohio State Buckeyes. It just would never. And that you're a Pac-12 guy,
Yeah,
and you
you're,
love the
you're
UC,
using, you're using the wrong example. Yeah, but the UCLA's rival is not Washington. UCLA's rival is USC. I would rather watch everybody.
Do you think
in
I want
USC
Michigan State
keel
winning?
over to
Come
a heart
on.
attack
Come
than
on.
anything like
Come
that?
on. I don't believe this. I'm sorry. You can be loyal all you want, but
You're comparing apples to oranges here, though.
you can be loyal.
You're
all
saying,
you
well,
want.
I wouldn't cheer for my
I wouldn't cheer for
bitterest
anybody in the Big
rival.
Ten.
Of course.
I wouldn't cheer for anyone in the Big Ten.
So if you've got Alabama and Wisconsin
Go
in the national
Bama.
championship game, that's disgusting.
What do I got against Alabama? I hate the Badgers. I hate the Badgers.
What have you got against Alabama? Oh man.
Back to the action here.
Well, you're about to find out what you've got against Alabama when they smoke you guys by
Yeah.
20 points next week or in a couple weeks.
I'm really worried about that. 1:53 to go before the half. As they go to kick the extra point.
Lowest bidder. Willing to work for food. And a cup of coffee.
Oh, we keep the booth entertained up here as they go to kick it through, and it's up and it's through, and that's good for single point. So the Lower Mainland team up 3 scores now, 21-0, under 2 minutes to go here before the half.
Yeah, you and I are like if they painted those 2 old Muppets red.
Yeah,
Stadler and Waldorf.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, it's 21-0 now for the Mainland team.
And what we've seen so far here, the Island just can't get anything going offensively. And
Yeah, one thing that would be nice for them is to see if they can get a good chunk on the return here.
yeah,
See if they can give themselves a little better field position to start with, because it's also tough when your offense has been struggling, but you also feel like you're backed up every single possession. One thing I find interesting here is that the front line on the kick return teams is not right at the 10-yard mark. They're starting to move up a little bit here, but they were pretty deep to start with. If I'm the kickoff team, I'm popping a sky kick, like popping the ball up high in the air at about 20 yards and seeing if I can come down with it.
as it goes out of bounds off the foot of the intended returner. So that'll be some poor position to start for the Island, who can't seem to get started on offense at all today.
Yeah, just it's funny. I was actually about to comment that we've had a couple fumbles on like carries, but I've seen some pitch and catch in the passing game from both teams to an extent, and haven't seen a lot of trouble catching the ball yet. That then just ruined that point for me.
Well, let's see what the Island can do. Honestly, they got to find something here because they have not been able to do anything on offense so far. It's been all Lower Mainland, up 21-0. As they go 1st and 10 from the 10, they swing it out to the right side, and that one's just over the head of the intended receiver.
Yeah, and one of the things I think I'm seeing some struggles with here is that this is a narrower field than these guys are used to.
Yeah.
Right? So because we're playing on a field that is set up for American football, you have a much narrower field surface here, and a lot of the lateral stuff, throwing the ball out to the wings, you can still do that in the American game, but it's going to operate very differently than it would in the Canadian game, where there's maybe a little bit more of an impetus to get the ball out wide and use the size of the field to your advantage. Here, you got to be able to attack the seams and attack the middle of the field, or defenses can defend you just way too easily.
So Hernansky here at 2nd and 10, and he hands it off up the middle and maybe 1 or 2, but again, this offense just sputtering right now.
Well, and it's tough when you're in so deep that you're having to resort to handing the ball off on 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
You get a couple yards, but it doesn't really do you a whole lot of good in the grand scheme of things, and now you're punted from deep in your zone again.
Are you just sort of waiting for a better field position at this point in terms of sort of cutting your losses, hoping your defense can get a stop? And then
To be perfectly honest with you, I'm probably taking a safety here. Like, they're in deep enough and have had enough troubles in the punting game. They've given up a touchdown.
Yeah.
They've had the bobbled snap. Go take a knee and give yourself a reset here.
And they do not do that. They kick it away, so it gets fielded right around the 40. And quick pickup. Oh, it's out. It's on the turf. Oh, and I think Island got it.
Yep. Orange is on it.
Look at
The
that.
break that they needed. The kid who recovered that ball came up, his entire face covered in snow.
Absolutely. Looking like me on a pow day up at Whistler. But holy, what a break for the Island team.
Aren't you supposed to stay on your feet when you do that?
Oh, buddy, sometimes you just need the snorkel. You got to go dive right in. And as the emergency alert phones go off everywhere up here in the booth.
Check your phone for an
here.
Amber Alert.
Amber Alert here, folks. So if you are – oh, and also, too, if you are interested in what's happening with the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes, he is an L.A. Dodger. Sorry, Blue Jay fans. He just signed with the Dodgers for $700 million. All right, let's get back to the action. Hornansky now. Shotgun.
So that's like 1.3 billion Canadian.
I don't even want to acknowledge that message I just gave as he swings it out to the right side, a couple yards there. Oh, my goodness. $700 million.
That was always what was happening.
$70 million a season to play baseball, Gordo.
Yep.
Wow. I'm blown away. After yesterday, it was the most ridiculous.
$70 million.
That was one of the
dingers.
most ridiculous days in sports in all of Canadian history yesterday.
Yep.
We were tracking a plane that had the Shark Tank guy on it. He doesn't play for the Blue Jays, by the way. But anyway, back to the football action.
Yeah, I think I saw one comment that was like, can he pitch?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable for the Island right now as well because they're down 3 scores. They got to make it believable for their fans who came all the way over here. So shotgun now. Hernansky hands it off up the middle. And, hey, he's on his feet still. Do we got first down? We're close.
Not quite.
Not
They'll
quite.
be a couple yards short, but a good little chunk there as they motion Poggi into the box and hand it off to him there. Well, the first down marker wanted to move it too. Come on, give it to him.
Third down and about 4 here. So let's see what the Island decide to do. They're on the
They actually spotted that a little shorter than I thought where he went out of bounds. But, again, it's tough with only the odd line carved out of the field here. It's tough to kind of project the ball in from the spot on the sidelines.
It says 44 on the board, so I'll go by that.
Well, you do have the yard markers on the near side.
Yeah, but that's tough, though. Can you count 4 yards there?
Try and break it in half and gauge from there.
Shotgun, they hand it off, and still on his feet. Oh.
I think he'll be about a yard short here.
Looking like it as he digs the snow out of his helmet as well. And they're calling first down. Oh,
Good
my.
for them. Good for them.
The officials with a generous spot there. One of the Mainland players is chirping a little bit.
Flag him. You're up 21-0.
So, again, another break for the Island. 35 seconds to go here before the half as it ticks away.
Yeah, at this point, as soon as a kid says, what? OC. Flag's coming out.
Hornansky now, who's under center as he now decides to take it himself, runs it up the middle. Going to get a few positive yards there and a couple of more with the push.
Based on that play call, even the Island coaches still thought they were short of the first down. Yeah. You're running quarterback sneak.
Yeah,
I hope they're paying attention to the clock here, by the way. There's 18 seconds left in the half here. They need to – I know the weather conditions are not conducive to throwing the ball, but you kind of need to at this point in time.
Are they not using timeouts?
Well, I think they must have there because the clock has stopped.
Okay. Nope. Clock's going again. Here we go.
Okay.
It's ticking away. The Island better hurry up. It's 10 seconds to go here.
Do they have timeouts today? Like, okay.
I see them on the board.
Do they know they have timeouts today?
Shotgun. This is going to be the final play here. As they that interesting play, and that is just an interesting call. And it's been an interesting first half, Gord. 21-0 for the Mainland team here in the Coastal Showdown. We'll step out. Stay with us here. Second half action coming up next from Terry Fox Field. Welcome back. Second half action here of the Coastal Showdown between the Lower Mainland and the Island team. 21-0 for the Mainland team. And if you're wondering who is who, well, they're kicking off right now. The blue team is the Mainland. They'll move from left to your right on the screen. The orange team from your right to the left as they field the ball right around the 15. He does have a hole to the outside. Busts it there and able to take it right to the 50-yard line. Some positive pickup here on the kick return for the Island. Boy, do they need it right now, down 3 scores.
Yeah, really, really big start for the Island there. Roman Poggi, the Comox native, manages to bust it and gets it out close to midfield before stepping out of bounds.
And if you're just getting caught up here, the blue team, the Mainland team, up 3 scores, as mentioned, 21-0. There's actually only been 1 turnover in the game, surprisingly enough, with the amount of snow that has fallen during this game. But just one that was taken over, though, no? Oh, that's right, 2. Excuse me. So 1 aside. So we'll see what the Island team can get going here. And they have not been able to do anything offensively in this game.
No, although they did start to move the ball a little bit towards the tail end of the half and just kind of ran out of time. Installed just on the plus side of midfield. So hopefully they can maybe keep some of that. Whoa. Not a great start.
And that's going to be a pick. Talking about turnovers, this one. And boy, a little bit of mustard on that tackle as well. Some frustration from the Island team as they throw the pick.
So hopefully they can keep the
Yeah, exactly. So Mainland team now
finger
takes
on the
over.
balls. I got my finger on the balls.
They'll take over right around their own 48-yard line, does the Mainland team. And Rowan Hamilton was the quarterback under center. Let's see if he takes over here in the second half. And the big man he has.
Island fans trying to get some energy going here, bidding their boys to hang around and stay in this one.
As they go shotgun now, and they do the pitch play, and it's a double. And they threw it backwards, rugby style, and he throws it over to the right side. Oh, my. What was that all about, Coach? Try to explain that one.
Sometimes you just got to razzle-dazzle him.
Wow. That was a broken play by the Mainland team there, and the second handoff was hilarious because the defender was just standing right there like, come on.
I think he was. I think the only part of that I'm questioning just a little bit is the end goal of that was to set up a screen.
Yeah.
To the receiver. You're not going to bomb it after that? Double reverse. And you're not going to bomb it?
Reaching deep in the bag of tricks here.
Let the big man load it up and fire it downfield.
See what Hamilton's got here now on 2nd and 10. And, that's what you want? No, he looked for it, though, Gord, and he does pitch it out. Oh, the receiver can't make the play there. Might have been better to just keep it and run it, especially with his size.
Yeah, I think that was Carlo Waro. Who the ball went through the hands of there on the far sidelines. He was actually the second reverse guy on that previous trick play. But, you're at the spot in the field where you might as well have some fun with it and see if you can take a shot and make an explosive play. You're just shy of midfield, and you feel pretty comfortable with your defense being able to hang in here if you don't move the ball. So I don't mind the decision to pull something out of the hat there. I just at the end of that seemed like a lot of elaborate setup for a quick screen to the receiver at the end of the day.
Well, and not only that, just with the elements as well. Like, why don't we just sort of simplify? Goes off the returner's helmet, and it's going to be picked up. I believe that the Island maintained the ball. I think they look like they signaled that way.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the snow is actually picking up out there.
No, it is. Absolutely it is here. It's going to be a powder day up here on Burnaby Mountain.
One of our colleagues in the booth here was saying he brought his Mustang up this morning.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
might be sleeping in it tonight.
How many horses do you need to keep you warm tonight?
It's getting a chuckle from the booth. Here we go now. 1st and 10 from the 23 are the Island. Hernansky. Here comes the cavalry. Oh, my goodness. 3 different blue shirts in on that one as a big sack. Going to be a loss for the Island team.
And this has been, you see a continuation of a bit of a theme here for the Island team today, unfortunately, which is that the Mainland team has really taken it to them up front when they've been on offense. And at this point in time, they have to try and put the ball down the field, but you've seen it, the first 2 dropbacks this half, quarterback's been hit as he throws, and then he's been sacked pretty quickly. Like, he wasn't even trying to extend the play and throw something long developing there, and he was getting wrapped up by multiple defenders. So the Island team has to find a way to get some bodies in front of some blue bodies here more effectively than they have so far today if they're going to have a shot. In
the defense of the offensive line here, I think defensive players are getting a little bit of a jump. It feels like the Zebras are keeping the laundry.
You're big on the offside thing.
Well, it just seems to be happening quite a bit here. I think that with the elements as well, maybe the officials are letting things slide a little bit as well. We did see a pretty generous first down for the Island team earlier, or late in the first half, that is. Mm-hmm. 3rd and 16 now.
And again, like in the referee's defense, it's hard to see individual yard markers right now. Like that's
no, don't get me wrong. This is not an easy.
It
game
was
to
close
call.
enough that a couple of the Mainland players weren't pleased about it, but it's close enough that I thought it was justifiable.
So 3rd and 18 now, and I know you mentioned before that you would prefer to see maybe a safety here. Now, it worked out for the Island last time, and they will kick it away again. And again, it's going to be some decent field position here for the Mainland team.
Yeah, it will. Angled the kick. What I liked about that was he angled the kick towards his onside guy. And that's really, like, if you're going to line up an onside guy, that's what you need from your punter, is you need him to put the ball on that half of the field and have it either go out of bounds or be something that your onside guy can potentially make a play on, right? Where they ran into trouble when they gave it the punt return earlier is I don't know if you saw where he caught the ball, but he was right in the middle of the field, right? That's the hardest to cover when you're on punt team, is when the ball is kicked right in the middle of the field, because you now have to cover the entire field.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the Mainland can do here now as they got a different quarterback under center. And it's a high snap, able to hand it off. Cuts to the right side. Can he get an edge? Can he get a block? Yes, he does. And ends up getting taken out right inside. Looks like around the 18, 19-yard line.
Yeah, Houseman there taking the carry. The big North Surrey back / he plays some slot back as well. So in and out of the backfield for him. But he rumbles for about 15 yards there and gets first down.
So the Mainland team now moving the sticks and in complete control of this game, up 21-0. And you're right, this snow just continues to blow in here. So they go, hand it off, and in the backfield quickly they're going to get that number because a fantastic play from the Island team. The defense stepping up big time there, getting into the backfield.
I think that was Brad Cottrell.
Nice play there. 2nd down and 13. And if the Island team is going to get back into this, they're going to need some defensive plays, big-time defensive plays, just like that one.
Yeah, for sure. And having to force the Mainland team into 2nd and longs is going to be big for them too. So you see you got Hudson at quarterback. Yeah.
And nothing doing there. No. Offside, yeah.
Should that be a dead ball foul? I guess they ruled he was unabated. Where's the free play? We need to bring the free play back in football. So there is I ran into that this season in our high school season. So there's an absurd rule in high school football where if the defense lines up, not jumps the ball and is moving towards the quarterback, just lines up offside, it is a dead ball foul. It's a dead ball foul.
Hudson there has to pick up the snap as he bobbled it just a little bit, gets the fancy feet going to the outside. Not enough for a first down, but some positive yardage there, and a good mark if they're going to try to kick it for 3.
Yeah, I pressured pretty quickly there by 389 Josh DeWitt, forcing him out of the pocket. And we've seen that Hudson can dance and can run a little bit, and so once he got flushed, I don't think he was bothering trying to throw the ball anymore. I think he was in full run mode at that point in time. But to illustrate my point, I know that doesn't sound like a big thing, but we had a sequence this year where we were 1st and goal. They line up offside. We score a touchdown anyway. Gets called back. It's a dead ball foul. It's like a 3-yard penalty because we're in tight. Twice in that possession, we scored, and they had lined up offside. The touchdown gets taken off the board.
Yeah, that's
So if I'm a defensive coach, why am I not just telling my D line, if we're in tight, just line up offside?
Yeah, absolutely. Bad snap there and have to pick it up off the turf, and a good defensive play. Quite the break for the Island team as they hold the Mainland team off the board, and let's see if they can get themselves on the board on this series.
Yeah, bit of a bobbled snap there. That's been the one thing that has not gone great for the Mainland team today, is that's now 0 for 3 on field goal attempts for them. One wide right and short, if we're being honest. One quite short.
Quite short.
And then another that one there, the bobble on the exchange. And that's in weather conditions like this. Executing all the various mechanics of a field goal effectively is not the easiest thing. So we saw some challenges there, and it's a bit of a stay of execution for the Island team.
Hornyansky now, shotgun. And they love that end-around handoff. And can he beat the defender? Oh, he got by him, but just got beat by the sideline. Good run there.
Yep, got the edge there. That's Poggi. He's kind of been their most effective speed guy today, at least. I know that we've seen a couple good runs from Matthew Erickson, the running back, the more of that power running back, but Poggi showed the ability to get to the edge there, gets himself around the bend, picks up about 7 on first down. So good little chunk play for the Island on first down there.
And if you were tuned into the provincial championships, a lot of these names we were calling over that weekend, Poggi being one of them. So let's see now, 2nd and 3, and the Island team hasn't had many first downs in this game. See if they can just continue to chip away, as Hornyansky now just gets beaten right away, right at the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard there. And you're right, this offensive line for the Island just continues to get their lunch served to them.
Yeah, the interior in particular, the Mainland is really taking it to them up the middle here, and it's shut down a lot of what the Island wants to try and do on offense here, which is, especially given the weather conditions, totally understandable. Try and keep it on the ground and be, attack vertically that way. I know when people say attack vertically, they're usually thinking throw the ball down the field, but you can also attack vertically by running the ball north-south too.
Just go vertical.
Yeah.
Simple. 3rd and 1. This is going to be big.
That's a pro left tackle there.
As he goes, handoff. Oh, my goodness. What a play there. 2 Mainland defenders. Let's see what they do for the spot. I don't think he got it.
They're going to call it. He did fall forward at the end there.
They are.
They give it to the big back. 387, Tristan Goheen.
I don't know about that one there, Coach. But, hey.
Again, it's hard to tell.
Yep.
I felt based on the mechanics of the play that it didn't feel like he picked up a yard there, but he did fall forward at the end there, and you got to give him credit for that, right? If you're going to give the ball to your big back, that's what you were giving it to him for, is the ability to make sure that he falls forward and gets you a couple, right?
The body language of the Mainland team, they thought they got the stop, but nonetheless, Hornyansky now with a new series here, fresh set of downs, and that one almost got picked off, though.
In fairness, every defense ever thinks they got the stop.
That's true.
Just like every DB has never taken a pass interference penalty.
There's every penalty that's been called in the history of football never was a penalty, according to the guy that got it called.
No, yeah.
Exactly. That's the way it works.
No lineman has ever held.
Nope.
That one's actually real, though. The rest of them are fictional. That one's actually
the
real,
old
though.
offensive lineman from the UBC Thunderbirds and the Queens Gales.
Holding is a myth.
So 2nd and 10 here now.
In fact, I would argue that this sport would be better if holding were legal for offensive blockers.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. That might be. Oh, here's a bad snap as it goes onto the turf and able to just pick it up, but he gets taken down there. I mean, there is an argument that there's holding on every single play in football.
Well, that's one of the facets of the argument
Yeah.
is, so we have this understanding in football that you're going to hold, you just need to hide it well. Also, it's totally acceptable for the defensive guy to hold, and I will never understand that there's a different standard for defense and offense there. That doesn't it's just something we've just kind of accepted that doesn't actually make any sense.
So 3rd and 13 here now, and
am I biased? 100%.
100%.
But I'm still going to make the argument.
High snap, but he's got time, so he kicks it away. Fielded right around the 46 or so.
Uh-oh.
And this could be danger.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle there, yeah. I believe that was the kicker that was on the tackle there as well.
I believe so.
So great tackle there for the Island, but good field position here for the Mainland as they continue to hold this lead at 21-0. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Decent crowd here considering, well, the snow and, of course, the travel. The Island team coming over. Never easy getting over on the ferry, especially when the weather is the way it is today.
Braving the treacherous waters of the Salish Sea.
So shotgun snap again, and it's high, and it's bobbled, and it hits the turf, and then all kinds of
Still going. Are they both
bad
dead?
stuff
I guess they
happening
did.
here for the Mainland team.
Yes,
But
they did. That was a quarterback call. Ooh,
Yeah.
now we're starting to see snow fall down off the
they
overhang.
call it dead there. Yeah, I seen a piece of snow, and maybe
So you may see a pickup in instances like that in the second half here, and it's not so much that the ball's slippery, but it's that it is harder and harder as this goes on to keep your hands warm enough to be able to feel them properly.
Yeah. And that's Evan Hudson now under center for in the last couple series now here for the Mainland team as he replaced Rowan Hamilton, who had himself a
Yeah, get the quarterback with the big
decent
hands
first
in there.
half.
He might be
Yeah. So, definitely a different sort of size when it comes to both quarterbacks. As, again, he gets the butterfinger.
Throw it.
And he just keeps it.
Throw it away.
Yeah, tries not to lose too many yards there, but you're absolutely right. At that point, just toss it away.
That's the best thing that you have in your pocket as a quarterback in that situation. Hey, I don't need to get hit, and I won't lose any yardage. Sick.
So this
And if you're really thinking, what you do is you pick one of the players on the opposition sideline and you just wing
it at him. Oh, isn't the coach giving away his tricks here?
Don't throw it at a coach. They don't have any pads on. That would just be rude.
Hey, yeah, exactly. So 3rd and 26 here, and they go to punt it away. It's a short snap, but he's able to field it no problem. Kicks it out.
That's a nice kick.
Out of bounds. Yeah, it's a very good kick there. Is out of bounds, and so nothing doing there for the Mainland team on that series, but they're able to get the Island into their field position deep. And again, the way this Island team has been working, they have a hard time just getting it over midfield.
Yeah, that was Andrew Lawson on the punt there as he continues to split the kicking duties, the various kicking duties with Antoine Mawa. So
See what
a right-footed kicker and a left-footed kicker. That kind of versatility, you can't draw that up. That's great stuff. That's where I'd be working in some trick plays. Figure out a way to make use of my 2-footed kickers. I'll cook something up. I'll get back to you next week.
I like that. 28 seconds to go here in the third as the clock ticks away. They're in shotgun. Hornansky again. It's been the solid pivot for the Island today as he fakes the handoff, then hands it off, and they go up the middle. Yeah, he does, and he's got a bit of a room there, a bit of a window, and gets tackled from behind, but that's going to move the sticks, and, hey, it's a rare first down for the Island team.
Picks up about 17, 18 yards. It'll be another first down. Island.
I believe that was Erickson ended up getting the ball there. And a nice job cutting back against the grain there, trying to set up that kind of misdirection counterplay we've seen them run a couple times already. And it got bottled up where it was designed to run again, because that was designed to hit to the left. But he was able to cut back against the grain and find a seam there. Nice job by the back to see that crease and pop back out of it and get a nice chunk pick up. And it looks like they're going to tack a flag on here. I did not see what the signal was.
I believe it's the end of the quarter.
Oh, it's the quarter time.
Yeah, so they're going to flip the field here.
My apologies.
Yep. I thought maybe they were going to get one more play in, but no. So 21-0 here, and this is going to be it for the Island in terms of their chance to get back into this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 3-down football from here out.
True.
Your puncher might as well put his overcoat on and start trying to get warm.
They got those long coats. BCPFA.
I don't see any over there, but they should.
Oh, I see some nods in there, yeah. They're in the booth, though. They're being worn by
the people in the press box have all of them.
But worn by the employees, but see these kids freezing out here.
We're saving on the furnace budget up here.
So they go shotgun, and they'll start things off on their own 40. As, again, into the backfield are the Mainland. Oh, the ball's out! It's on the turf. Let's see what the signal is from the officials. And I think the Mainland's got it, and they do. Oh, my goodness.
I believe that's C.J. Augustine coming out of the pile with it, 420.
Wow. CJ
I
Augustine
feel
just
uncomfortable saying that. Can somebody tape a 1 over top of him? Just hauling out 420.
just rolled up the ball and smoked it after that one.
Every high school kid listening to this is like, nice.
We could relate.
Speak for yourself, man. I took the drug-free pledge when I was in elementary school, okay?
I didn't listen to Nancy Reagan when I was younger.
Nancy Reagan was dead when I was younger.
Just say no, kids. Just say no. All right, so the Mainland team, with 11:25 to go here in the fourth quarter, are comfortably up 21-0. And the way that they've been stealing this ball, boy, it's going to be tough for the Island to get back into this. They are going to need a massive stop here on defense. They're not.
No, they've marked. They did not award
did
the ball
not?
to Mainland.
Wow,
So they
there
ruled that
you
the
go.
running back was down. The
My bad.
Island offense is still on the field.
Wow.
We were too busy yucking it up here.
We saw the signal, though. The signal went that way. I guess they converged, and my joke goes for nothing now at this point. So
we got a Mainland player down on the field here, so we're going to get an injury stoppage. I don't know what happened. He just all of a sudden went down. Seems like a weird day to be cramping, but maybe that's what's going on.
Well,
Sure looks like they're trying to stretch out a cramp here.
Yeah.
So
Well, they take a break. We'll
Bananas.
take a break. Step out here for a moment. Stay with us, though. 10:54 to go here in the Coastal Showdown from Terry Fox Field. All right, back to the action now as Alexander Espinoza was the injured player for the Mainland team. And they'll take over now at 2nd and 10.
you got to put some spice on that. Espinoza.
Yeah. Well, remember, I called the Jesus Jesus the last game, so. Oh, I got a pick! We got a pick 6, it looks like. Can he track him down? He's down to the 10, and he's in. Touchdown! Oh, my goodness. A pick 6 for the Mainland team. I think the Coastal player's in there trying to say he's got the ball. He does not. What a play there. And the Mainland continues to pile on. It's 27-0. Unbelievable play there. And once he made the pick, the daylight was there. Just one defender to beat. We're just, again, trying to figure out exactly who it was because these numbers are tough to see for all of us. And we got some good guys in the.
Caden Lawson,
There
number
you
400 on the pick 6 there, and that was a heck of a catch. I don't even know. I think that might have been one-handed.
We got some spotters in the booth here, and they're helping us out. So great play there from Lawson. So let's see if they can get the extra point up and through, make it 28. No, that one is not good. So 27-0 for the Mainland team here. And, I mean, Gorda, listen, at this point for the Island team, like you got to reach deep into that bag.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I think they were trying to there. Like they ran the fake end around to Poggi and looked to throw off of it, and he underthrew his guy out into the flat. When you have a receiver going out into the flat there, the last thing you want to do is float that ball because it allows the defenders the potential to undercut it just like you saw there.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to – and it's one of the hardest throws for a young quarterback because it feels like and it looks like it should be an easy throw that you don't need to really lean into. But because the receiver's running away from you and because you have the defenders could potentially have the angle there, you got to zip it. You really have to lean into it.
Well, let me ask you this then. As someone that – I mean, I never played quarterback myself. I've thrown a football before. I've worn gloves. What are the differences, do you think? Do you think most quarterbacks feel comfortable, especially in these elements, wearing gloves and throwing the football, or do they still prefer
most don't.
Yeah.
You do see some that do. I mean, Doug Flutie famously wore gloves on his throwing hands.
But I mean, I'm not talking about –
Manning late career did that
the
too.
pros are the pros. I'm talking about at this level, guys that you've seen, though.
Still guys that I've seen generally prefer to have their bare hand. Frankly, I mean, centers do it too. I, as a center, was one of the rare centers that wore gloves on both hands, and I preferred it that way.
They field it right around the 20, and they try to take it to the left side, but nothing happening there. Yeah, it's just an interesting discussion, just because in terms of throwing the ball, like if you could find yourself just as comfortable wearing that glove, then in any element you're fine.
Yeah, I mean. You'd have to spend a bunch of practice time getting used to it,
Sure.
and that's a big part of it, right? Mm-hmm. I think one of the things here, particularly too, though, is that gloves are a real struggle when it's wet, right? And we're going to see wet more than we're going to see this,
Sure,
by a long shot,
sure,
right? So most kids are not going to have any practice wearing gloves because they know that for half their season they're probably going to not be able to wear gloves on their throwing hand because they'll be worse than anything if it's wet.
Fair enough. Yeah, definitely these elements are just something that definitely catches you off guard here. Now, of course, we're up on Burnaby Mountain, so a little higher elevation as they go shotgun, and Hornansky just picks it off the turf and pitches it, and it goes nowhere. Just a barrage of blue there.
Glad the jerseys have bright colors because there's a lot of white helmets out there that are just getting lost right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, though, it just seems like everywhere that orange goes, blue is just right there to meet them.
Yeah, it's been one of those days where it's almost felt like the Mainland guys, the blue team, has had like 14, 15 defenders on the field in some place.
Yeah. Yeah, they are definitely beating up on that offensive line all day today. Been in the backfield all afternoon. 9:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, like I said, decent crowd here. Beautiful stadium, though. First time up here for myself as they go shotgun now for Hornansky. And he hands it off on the end-around play. Goes with his lead blocker, but look at this. There are 5 defenders just waiting for them. They are so quick on the ball, the Mainland team.
Yeah, really good job there. I want to say that was CJ Augustine again who strung that one out, attacked the lead blocker, and forced Poggi to bounce it when he was wanting to turn it upfield. And as much as I said the punchers should probably just focus on getting warm, not a lot in the book for 3rd and 14.
No.
Deep in your own end here, so they may be forced to. But with 8.5 left in this game, I mean, you're not trying to cover the spread, so you might as well keep your offense on the field. I don't think there's a lot of action on this. I didn't see it on Play Now this morning.
No bookies up in the booth here. No, anybody willing?
Well, these guys didn't give us the over/under. So.
That is true. So sorry, we did not have the odds for you at the start of the game as they field the ball right around midfield, maybe just inside their own zone. But this is some good play here from the special teams unit of the Coast team. They're trying to bring him to, still doesn't go down as they whistle him down right around, looks around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he didn't finish the tackle, but I think that was the left tackle on offense did a really good job of tracking that. I think that was Eamon Manley. 392 there, I think, was the number that I saw. But he did a great job of not only getting downfield as a big man, but keeping his leverage on the returner. He didn't quite finish the tackle, but he slowed him up enough that his teammates were able to jump in and finish him off. But a really good coverage job there.
So first down from the 47, they'll start this series. And back under center, the big man, Rowan Hamilton. As he looks to pass as well. And he dips it over the middle. Nice pass. That's going to pick up first down. Beautiful little play there from the Mainland. And, a little signal with a little flare.
think that was 440 Kai Nagamatsu making the catch there.
Gotta like the comfort that you see from Hamilton when he's under center. He just
Well,
looks
and
very poised.
We noticed this when we saw him a couple weeks ago, but he throws the ball with a very easy-looking throwing motion. He just kind of slings it.
Dare I say a little Mahomes in the game?
Sure.
Just the way he flicks it around there.
Maybe Mahomes prior to this season.
Sure.
Mahomes this season's been pretty average.
How about some Jared Goff as he rolls out to the right?
He's been pretty good.
And it hits the turf on that one.
He's been pretty good.
He's
You
been
get
good.
the odd Jared Goof game every now and then, like Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
But
I know all about
it's his-
Jared Goof.
It's his alter ego.
I like that, by the way. I'm gonna use
Seahawks fans coined that back when he was still with the Rams.
I like that. Well, I mean, he was pretty
We,
goofy when
I was
he
gonna
was
say
with the
because
Rams.
we weren't huge fans.
No. Now, how about this, though, with your logic from before? Does that mean if the Rams get into a Super Bowl that you cheer for them as well?
No.
No?
No. We're talking a different sport now. Like, what are we?
College football and NFL football? No, we're not. Talking football. Hamilton runs it up the middle. Big tackle there. Are you not picking up what I'm putting down?
No.
You cheer for every team in your division after the
No,
Seahawks
because
leave?
it's different. It's pro football. It's not college football. It's different. They're not
I don't
representing
see
your
that logic.
geographic
I don't-
area.
I don't acknowledge that logic. And what geographical
You
area is?
never acknowledge logic when you don't agree with it. You're just like, oh, that argument doesn't make any sense.
What part of the
'Cause
Pacific is
you're not
the
interested
big,
in listening
what
to
part
it.
of the Pacific is the Big Ten in?
So if these guys, so you're living in White Rock. So if the Island team were to win this and then go beat Team BC at the Nationals, would you cheer for Alberta?
No
Would you cheer
bias
for
in the
Alberta
booth.
now?
No bias in the booth, my friend. Okay. Back to the action now. Hamilton and shotgun. I got Gordo all fired up. I love it. He goes to throw a big one too. Is it going to get picked though? No, it doesn't. Little wobbler there. Is he double gloved? I believe he is.
No, I think you're looking at one of
I'm looking at the
one of his
linemen
offensive linemen,
who
and
looks
it's an
like-
understandable mistake.
Exactly like him. Wow. Unbelievable.
Also, another North Surrey player as well. They had the same helmet on,
Exactly.
and right beside each other. They're both wearing hoodies, so I can understand the mistake there. But yeah, he underthrew that one a little bit. I think he maybe was a little bit ambitious with that throw because that was a tough throw. He was throwing a deep wheel ball down the sideline there. That's a long throw.
That was not Mahomes.
Yeah, got knocked down a little bit by the weather here. There doesn't appear to be a lot of wind. Like the flags on top of the goalpost are pretty dead here, but that snow, the precipitation coming down will knock balls down as well.
Just continues to fall here on Burnaby Mountain. Under 5 minutes to go now in the game.
I will say though, like those are the types of throws you need to throw here. Like
Look at this. Once again, 4 defenders. Take your pick who got the sack there.
Yeah, the mainland team's bringing a lot of heat up front. Like they brought at least 6 rushers there, and the island team just didn't have a contingency plan for that. They didn't have enough blockers to pick it up. It was quite simple, right? And that's you have to do one of 2 things in your passing game with the anticipation of blitz, right? You always have to build this into your passing concept. So you either have to have a blocker, like your running back, for example, that can add on as a 6th blocker and check and release potentially. Or just stay in and help out, or if you know that you're not going to be able to match up with the right number of blockers, then you have to have a hot route, right? You have to have a route that is designated for your quarterback. That hey, quarterback, you need to know this is the side of the protection that you might see pressure from because of scheme, and if you see it from over there, here's the route that you need to throw. Because if they're bringing pressure there, then they shouldn't be able to cover this route, and that's how you beat the pressure. And they didn't have either of those worked into that particular play there.
So shotgun again, it hits the turf, and he's just going to have to turtle on top of it. So that is going to bring up 3rd down now. The Island team's going to have to punt it away. I mean, in defense of these players too, and I know that some of them
they are this time.
They're not.
They're
They're
going to keep the ball. Nobody's run onto the field, so I assume that they're not going to punt here.
In defense of these players too, a lot of them. I mean, this is essentially an all-star game, right? So a lot of these guys aren't playing together. Some of them do.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they've only had a couple weeks to pick up whatever playbook they're going to run here. You can see on the island side in particular, you can see a lot of the offensive linemen after the plays called in, kind of conferring with each other and making sure they all know what's going on, which is usually an indication that, and understandably so, but it's usually an indication that they aren't super locked into the playbook yet.
So yeah, they
In fact,
will.
I think I can see the right tackle right now checking a little cheater wristband, which is a really good idea in situations like this, I should point out.
3rd and 20. Yeah, as you mentioned, they're not going to go very. Whoa! Thought he was going to get the end around handoff there, and well, he already ran past him.
Okay, so I mean, keeping the offense on the field is what you kind of have to do there. You keeping the offense on the field to hand off an inside zone on 3rd and 17? All right.
Yeah, interesting play call. You thought maybe they would just go to the air there, and why not?
Well, and don't get me wrong, like it's a hope and a prayer. You need 17 yards on one play, but like, I mean, you want to at least put yourself in a position where if a guy makes a play downfield, that you've got the first down yardage.
So turnover on downs, and the Mainland team will pick it up. We're under 3 minutes now. I don't know if the camera caught that. You see the snow falling from the roof here at Terry Fox Field. As they go shotgun, and Hamilton's there again. And he goes handoff up the middle. And a good little break there. Picks up a couple of yards, if not 3 or 4.
That's Matej Gavrila, who we've seen kind of be the primary ball carrier here. They've sprinkled in Houseman. Houseman kind of serving that like H-back role of the the bigger back. He can still bust some stuff to the outside, but the bigger back who.
I mean, at this point, some of the Island players are doing snow angels.
Throwing snowballs at each other in the secondary.
2:22 to go as the clock ticks away, and Hamilton's in shotgun again. He's got a couple of men in motion, and looks like his back is going to block for him. He swings it out to the right side, and good little tackle there, or just push out of bounds, because it looked like there could have been some daylight.
Yeah, nice little pass and catch there.
Pass complete to number 225, Leland.
So this will bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, Leland body in making the catch there, and made that look like a comfortable little play, right? Nice, like I said, nice little easy pitch and catch there, and they're actually going to change their mind and call this 1st and 10 now.
Oh, wow. So they moved the chains.
Frankly, from my eye, it looks like they should have a first down, but they had initially marked it short. They've now changed their mind, and I think nobody's told the Mainland offense yet. Yeah, they're now going, okay, hang on. Let's do something different here.
So Hamilton now calls out to play.
Omaha.
And high snap. Hey, nice play. And he's able to get the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Touchdown for the Mainland. What a pass and catch there. And this one, if it wasn't already over, it's cooked now.
I'm just blown away by what a nice catchable ball Hamilton throws with this little like shot put motion that he has. It's really interesting.
Short arm action.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
effective.
look at the two benches are now throwing snowballs back and forth to each other.
That's an all-star game.
Awesome.
Why not have some fun
That
here?
is awesome.
So 33-0 for the Mainland, and the guys in the booth saying that's a first. I haven't seen this before. It's all in fun. And, again, like I said, all-star game here, Coastal Showdown up at the frozen tundra of Terry Fox Field. And, they fake it, and they pass it. They go for the 2. Did they get it? Did he catch it?
I think so.
I think he did. Yes, he did. There's the signal. Well, they go for 2. They're running up the score, are they, Coach?
Hey, you got to make sure you get it to that nice clean 35 number. Cover up that missed PAT from earlier.
Well, the over was 33.5, wasn't it, or something like that? So, yeah, had to make sure that they hit that over. So,
Empty the playbook. This is going to be the last football game of the year.
absolutely. The last couple of weeks that the BC Provincial Football Association's had us up here calling these games, we've definitely enjoyed our time.
Somebody pray for the mothers and the equipment managers that have to clean this stuff up before they put it away for the winter, too.
Absolutely. See, always thinking like a coach. Always thinking like a coach there.
That's because being a coach means that you have to grind and do just about everything at different
know.
points in time. So
I know. So I take care of grown men, though. I coach grown men. You got high school
it's
players.
just as you do. I've seen you do it. You
Mine's
do just
a
as much babysitting
pain
as I
in
do
the
at high
ass.
school.
I'll tell you what. Adults, worse. It's like herding cats.
Yeah, not everybody's as easy and low maintenance as me.
Oh, exactly. The captain. 35-0, under 2 minutes to go here, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed the action today. I know we have. Try to get out in the snow today, maybe play around a little bit. I know the City Mountains.
Sorry, the way you said that, it made it sound like you're going golfing. Maybe play around.
Play around.
That would be impressive.
I bet you right now at Hazelmere there's guys playing. I bet you there is. Guaranteed there is.
I've heard it's snowing down there too, though, so it'd be interesting to see. But
they go shotgun now. And this one just gets batted down, and that's
going to mean incomplete pass.
That's been the afternoon here for the Island. Just
the
dominance.
protection, unfortunately, just hasn't been able to hold up front, so it's hard to even gauge what the skill guys can or can't do because they haven't really been able to get anything out of the backfield.
I don't think the greens will roll in these conditions. What do you think?
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Might have a little tough time with
no, you definitely want to lay up.
Yeah. As the snow continues. Look out on the field. Not ice yet. At least the ice hasn't really formed yet.
There's some good arms being shown off on the sidelines, by the way. They're getting some good distance on some of these snowball throws.
Some baseball players over there, perhaps.
Good ball.
As that one is thrown, and two defenders were there, just not the receiver, and the receiver sort of looking back like, 10 more yards, bro.
See, that time that's on that particular one is on the quarterback.
Really? Because I thought
the quarterback. What I was going to say is the quarterback he's waiting too long to get it out. He did not need to throw the ball that far downfield, and it was designed for him to set quick in the pocket. He's not dropping back to gain depth, which tells me that play was designed for him to get the ball out fast. Because if you're taking a short drop, that's what you're doing is you're trying to get the ball out fast because you know that the rush is going to get there sooner, right? But instead, he took a quick drop, and then he sat there, pump faked, tried to wait, and then couldn't get the ball out cleanly.
Yeah, at that point, he's gone, and you're not making that throw.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 10 and 13 seconds left in this game as the snowball fight continues on the sideline. Looks like it's in good fun, though. Oh, I think one guy just kind of got one in the berries. Didn't look too good.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice clear line of sight now, just in time for probably the last play of this one.
Yeah, exactly. The snow is.
You know the uniforms are a lot more readable now.
That's funny how that works, right? So we'll see where
I've already delivered my notes to the relevant authorities.
The guys in the booth chatting with us here as the Island calls in a couple of big men and a receiver.
I think they're just making sure that everybody gets on the field here before this one ends.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Is that by design? Oh, no, they're going to leave. Okay. Look at this. You got a cluster of receivers off to the left here that might be setting up something funky. I don't know. Oh, the one receiver in formation has scooped up a snowball right now. He's got that ready to go. Look at this.
He threw one at the line. They're throwing them back at each other.
Is that an offside penalty? Or? That's the weirdest waggle I've ever seen.
And that's going to do it, folks, as these guys have reserved to just being in a snowball fight at this point because it wasn't much of a fight on the field as the Coastal Showdown is won by the Lower Mainland team 35-0 over the Island. We'll step out for just a moment. We'll come back. We'll tell you who the MVPs are of this one. And welcome back into the booth here as they make the announcements for the MVPs on the Island team. Tristan Aguilera, number 227. You see him get his award there. Congratulations to Tristan, the Aguilera family. Tough game for the Orange, but defense played tough today. Offensive MVP now.
Offensive MVP, number 454, Roman Boji.
And that's a name that we were calling a lot throughout this game. Roman Hoji called his name a lot in the provincial championship as well. If there was a bright spot on offense today for the Island team, it was from Poggi. So congratulations to him.
Again, congratulations, Roman.
Now for the Lower Mainland team here.
Your defensive MVP, number 420, CJ Augustine.
420, who lit it up all game on defense, CJ Augustine, gets the defensive MVP for the winning side, the Mainland team. Offensive MVP coming up next.
Congratulations, CJ. And your offensive MVP, number 452, Matej Gavrila.
And there you have it. Matej Gravilla takes home the offensive MVP for the Mainland team. Had that nice 45-yard touchdown run in what was a rout for the Mainland team. So we'll step out here. We'll let the sights and sounds finish things off. Many thanks to the BC Provincial Football Association for having myself and Gord Randall. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the day. We'll let you take in the sights and sounds of the Coastal Showdown here from Terry Fox Field, Simon Fraser University. Thanks, everyone.